The whole recording thing is weird.
Yeah, I wonder if I... Oh, there we go. That's better. Okay, he seems to see our wonderful faces.
Okay, so the ideas that we have come up with is that we are going to try to improve our confidence level on the test outs based on like how much time we spend outside of class practicing for the test outs.
And we're just doing confidence level, not like pass fail.
Yeah, I think we should just do confidence. I feel like it'll be easier to graph if we just have two variables.
That's fair. Okay.
So we're thinking like kind of like how we like scale pain, like from a 0 to 10, like a 0 to 10 on like a confidence level too. So I don't know. What are your thoughts on that?
I think that's a good idea. Yeah, that's a solid idea. Yeah. It'll be easy to graph too, like you said.
Yeah.
And it's minimal like planning outside of like our normal
schedule.
Also,
it's like the easiest one to do with everything else. So
we thought about looking at exam scores, but then we also thought maybe everyone else might be doing that.
I feel like everyone's gonna do it.
I definitely heard that one group is definitely doing that. So.
Okay, cool. Well then, if we are good with that, we can go ahead and start filling out the worksheet. Bella volunteered to do it, unless you like want to be like the designated like turning in person, because only one person has to turn in all these assignments.
You want to do the?
Yeah, I can do it.
Okay.
I cannot figure out how to
I'm
get
good
it
with
other
that.
than the PDF.
Everyone else is good with that. I'm sorry for being late.
Oh, no, yeah.
100% my fault.
It is kind of confusing. Bella and I have been coming here for the past like 2-3 weeks to practice for our test outs.
Oh.
And they say JMUT should be open, right? Like all the time.
Right.
But like some doors are unlocked and some aren't, and sometimes someone's in here and they'll let you in, and so it's like
I see.
Yeah.
Can I just make a document and answer the questions?
Yeah.
Do I have to go based on the template?
I can do you have to go based on the template? I can just, I'll download it as a doc and I'll
Okay, there we go. Great.
I don't know why they don't have George open all the time. Especially the library like being closed. I mean, there's the library in Greece, but
it's not open on the weekends.
It's not?
It's not, because we tried to get a study room.
And we were just in there in the study
Really?
rooms. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
They told on mine it's like everything's closed on Saturdays and Sundays.
There's like no places to study anymore without the library.
It's the worst.
We were just in a study room. The printers were going and everything too.
Lies. Straight up lies.
They're lying to us about it.
Well, I mean, they did say that January was going to be closed till 4, so
That's true. That's it.
apparently everyone's just lying about everything.
I think it's just technology.
I don't think
Also, my bad, I forgot to set a reminder that we had a meeting today. So, like I said, I'm so sorry. I really feel bad about it.
It's all good.
So how are we gonna like, are we just gonna like, provide data? I'm gonna collect the data.
I know, that's, because it's kind of just based off of like,
Just like after,
ourselves tracking.
yeah, so like so after every test out, like what, or before the test out, so like
Like really
before and after?
mentioned like looking at like weeks, like how many hours you're studying a week.
Yeah.
Like monitoring that, and then like maybe like the day of your test out, like on a confidence level of like 0 to 10, like how are you feeling, and like just like the 4 of us being like our test subjects, and so it'll be like a subject 1, subject 2, because we can't have any
Right, names.
names. So
I think that'd be the easiest, especially with like working with weeks instead of like days.
and we can make a shared like Google Doc for that, so we
Yeah.
can monitor
Like
that.
a sheet or something.
Yeah, actually, that's what we could do. A sheet would be better
Right.
than a Google Doc.
And we could do like the week or whatever. I don't know, or something like something
Yeah,
like that.
I think that's great.
Sheets are kind of complicated, but we can figure it out. Something simple.
We can just be like, I can play around with it. I'll make a sheet and then I'll share it with you guys, and then.
So what worksheet? Like what's in the worksheet?
So this one is like a bunch of questions. But we don't have to do all of them, right? Didn't they say in class that like
Just part 1.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
we don't have to do it?
So part 1 is just questions 1 through 3,
1 through
right?
3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
So yeah, we've already figured those ones out.
Okay, so what are we trying to accomplish? Share with us.
Yeah, how would
What are you trying to accomplish? An overall increase in
increase in confidence? Yeah,
Yeah.
for test outs.
Yeah, like an overall increase in confidence during or before test outs.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I say 4 test outs is
4 test outs.
better.
Yeah, because that's like what we're measuring.
Yeah. I think that's a really good idea.
Not to get off topic, but how are we feeling about the farm exam tomorrow?
Not
So
great.
excited.
Not great. Okay.
I'm kind of stressed. I'm gonna be very honest.
Just stressing out about it a little bit.
Especially since then the day after, are you, what clinic are you in?
I'm in Christy's clinic on
Okay, so
Thursdays.
you're on Thursdays.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Yeah, our test out is next week.
oh, nice. Oh, we have our test out for injections on tomorrow, like Tuesday,
Well-
like right after.
We have our injection test out this week, but not like our head.
Oh, we have, yeah, so we have our injection test out this week, and we have our head, our like head.
I
ears,
heard
nose,
about
throat.
that.
Yeah, that sounds.
That sounds off.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine like
So you
how
got, like,
stressful that is.
3 exams, 2 test outs. This is
Wait, what's
just
the
stress.
third
We
exam?
have that Kaplan
Oh
Yeah.
thing for, and you, which,
But you can take that as many times as you want.
that's, oh, can you?
Oh.
Until you get the score. You have to have 80% to pass. And it's all or nothing, she said.
That was that with the remediation?
Yes. Because you have to remediate to take it again, I think. Or something like that.
Oh yeah, wait, like you have to spend like a minute on the questions or so?
Yeah, you have to spend like a certain amount of time on it. Whoa, this one's no.
That's not that bad.
No. It's really bright. Patho should be okay.
Yeah.
I'm not super worried about that.
We have at least like another 5 days to study for
Right.
Pablo.
I got time.
We got
I'm
like
gonna
another
focus
5
on
days.
farm right now.
We
Yeah.
also have to listen to the voice threads on the 2 lectures on diabetes.
Oh yeah.
Because she's not going over them. She already said no.
Is she? Oh, I thought she said that they were just for reference.
No, I think she said we have to watch them because I think
man.
she still hasn't finished chapter 38.
That's true.
So she's
It's a
gonna
long
finish that
chapter.
on she's gonna finish that Tuesday, and then we have to do diabetes.
No.
I feel like
It's like,
Not prepared. Not prepared. Do we get to retake any exams for the class? Do you know? I don't think so.
So
I think
no.
that's just
Farm and it's a maybe. She like
yeah,
it's not confirmed.
Yeah.
love that.
It's just fantastic.
Fantastic, everybody. Fantastic.
Yeah, I wonder why everybody's so stressed. Ooh, it's astonishing.
That's probably why I have high blood pressure all the time.
I know. We were practicing for our test out last week, and she took it, and he's like, "That's the lowest it's been in weeks."
Oh. When I got my blood pressure taken during the actual test out, she was like, this is really high. I was like, it's
Yeah.
fine. It's all good.
We're all good. This is good.
It's okay. They're like, oh, you should get that checked out. You don't want to die of stroke. It's like, nah, I'm good.
This next one is gonna kill me probably. It's just so much to talk, like say, I guess.
Oh yeah.
It's not the doing that bothers me. It's like the whole freaking list of stuff you gotta say before.
And doing it in order, like,
Yeah.
forgetting anything. Because there's no, like, I don't know, I've heard some people making up, like, there's the word.
Acronyms?
Yeah, yeah.
Random.
Attempting to do it.
But I, like, took the letters and I was like, I can't
There's,
think
like,
of any
no
I always,
way.
for some reason, I always mix those 2 names up. I can never keep them straight, so.
Because old
I
crap
just
is
wanna
what got me
double
through
check.
the first one.
Right, exactly.
But now I have
just-
nothing. I wish I would have done theater. Maybe then I'd be better at script memorizing.
Who knew you'd be in nursing school? You'd have to be a part-time, like, actor.
Theater major.
What the
Literally.
heck?
What's going on?
I'm literally just learning the full script.
Minor in theater over here. Look at us. Let us out there. We could do it. So are we doing a sheet or a doc?
Yeah, so
Okay.
I think we're gonna do sheets. So I just emailed it to you guys,
Perfect.
and I'm just like editing it right now, just to kind of like,
Get it set up.
yeah.
And then we have to have like a graph for data, right?
I
So you
think
can
so.
make it right off of that, can't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm like trying to figure out like how to like.
Yeah, I know how to do it on like Microsoft Sheets or Excel or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Because we had to for bio, but
I've never heard of it.
Excel is like the bane of my existence, which I know we're not using, but it's true.
Okay, what other measurements are we doing other than measuring how many hours per week are spent practicing prior to the test out, or is that it?
This,
I'm pretty sure that's it.
Okay.
yeah,
We
we're
could do more, but that's just gonna complicate it.
Yeah, I think the confidence level is the only other measurement.
Yeah.
It'll just be between like 0 and 10.
Yeah. So then, like, confidence should be Y, and then time study should be our X factor.
yes. Oh,
'Cause-
yes.
yeah,
Yes.
because
Yeah, because X is.
I think.
it's the independent variable.
Yeah, that's what I was
So-
trying to think of. I can't remember.
So, like, our hypothesis should be that the more hours we spend studying, the higher confidence gets.
Okay. Yes.
That's a good, yeah.
Yeah.
That sums it up pretty good. Was that the question for the worksheet?
Yeah. It's here. I'll show you the worksheet. It's
Oh,
basically this.
State your end goal.
Oh, I see.
What are you gonna
We
measure?
only have to answer the first 3 boxes right now? Oh, okay.
This is the
Mm.
plan, which we don't.
When is that going to be due then?
I don't know. I
That's-
think that's part 2. So this is
Yeah.
following feedback on part 1. You will implement the plan for the next week's collecting data.
Oh, I see.
Maybe we do need to come up with the plan, guys.
We can work on the plan right now. We have time.
I just thought words. I thought we were just thinking we only had to do the first 3 questions, but I think we do have to do the
Following feedback on part 1. Well, no, because it says following feedback on part 1.
So you have to wait for her to tell
Yeah.
us?
Because I think she has to like
Implement the plan.
approve our idea.
Oh, she does. Yeah, she has to like
And
approve
like
it.
make sure that it's a
That's
good.
right.
Yeah. So like
Okay.
we can't
And
do
then it's,
part
like,
2
allowed.
without part 1 being
Okay.
reviewed by her.
Yeah.
So yeah, we don't.
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
think you
She
can
just
do part 2.
she
So
just worded
long.
it funny. It says following. It just says like you will implement the plan.
Yeah.
I'm like,
You will implement the plan for the next week's collecting data.
come up with the plan.
So we have
So
to
we
wait
need
for
to.
her to.
Yeah. So part 1,
Okay.
all we need to do right now is just part 1, and then she reviews it. At least that's what it sounds like, because
That is what it sounds like.
it's
yeah.
very difficult for us to like do it without feedback.
Right.
Yeah.
True.
I mean, we could. I mean, the
What if she
plan.
hates our idea or something? You can't do that actually.
I don't like your idea.
That's
Do
not
test
well.
scores.
I think the plan though is just like saying like we're gonna like do a sheets and like
Yeah.
yeah. So I think I mean, we could just type that up if we wanted to right now.
Yeah. Like
Just
how we're
like
gonna
as a
measure it. It's
baseline.
just
Yeah.
yeah.
And then she could give us feedback on that because maybe she has a different idea. how
That's
we could
true.
collect
Maybe she
data.
could. Yeah, she could have like a better idea. Give us some expertise here.
So we're just gonna like measure it with a sheet stock, and we're gonna measure our weekly hours studied.
But we're not doing test scores. Just confidence level.
Just confidence levels because there's like really no test scores for the test outs.
That's true. It's
Yeah,
pass
test
fail,
outs
that's
is
true.
fine.
That's true.
Are we gonna? Okay, so I think the real question is: do we have 2 test outs, two different classroom test outs? Are we gonna do holistic assessment? Or are we gonna do clinic?
I would say holistic assessment because there's more test outs in that
Yeah.
class than there
Okay.
is for clinic. Because we only have 2 for clinic, don't we?
I think
We
we
have
have
3.
2 before spring break.
Oh, 2
and
more.
then I think we might have more after spring break. The injection and then we have wound care next week.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
But then I don't know because they don't have. I'd have to look at the syllabus.
I think we have more for holistic though, don't we?
Yeah, because we have 2 more and then we have our final.
Okay.
Like full body one.
I mean, they're both pass or fail, correct? So like
We could do all of
both.
them.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. We could just do test outs in general.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Since
think
it's
that'd
just
be
like
That's
pass or
probably
fail,
smart.
we can
'Cause
just
then
do
we'd
confidence
get
level on
more-
it.
Yeah, we'd have more
More
data.
data.
Yeah.
Data's
I don't know, but
Potato, potato.
Yeah, literally.
Say it anywhere you kind of want. You guys ever notice how professors say words super strangely?
They're so super. It's so funny.
It's so weird, and like every single
love it.
time that like we like watch a video, they say some word that I've heard before in a completely different way,
Like macrophage?
esophagus. Yeah.
we should pause the video.
Oh. We could just mute it. We could upload it to YouTube muted.
It's fine.
Or just
We didn't
pause
say
this
anyone's names specifically.
No, but
Casey, you don't say anything.
no, the macrophage macrophages threw me off because
Yeah.
I was like, this
Yeah.
person has a PhD. Have I been pronouncing it wrong?
I know.
Wait.
Well, it's because the bio professor I
Yeah.
had said it macro like fish.
In
Yeah.
203, like, what's his name? Yeah, Professor Sharp.
I love him.
He was so nice, and he would always say macrophage, like,
He's such a cute little old man.
bacteriophage, like, so I was
Literally.
like,
I was like, it's just phage. Like
Yeah.
he told me what he was talking
Phagocytosis.
about. Yeah.
And then it's like phagocytosis. It's
I'm
like,
like-
oh,
so
Wingardium Leviosa.
When did this happen?
Okay, cool. So this is what I have so far for like sheets to look like.
So
Yeah.
If we're doing multiple test sets, we might have to modify it because like it would have
That's
to be like
true.
week 1 and then our names and then the specific test sets that we do or that we studied for.
That's true. So should we do?
Because it'll have to
How are we
be.
gonna do that?
well, we could just copy and paste that for each test out.
That's also true.
So we could just have.
Yeah.
We could just do like a different one for each one and have this be like test on one.
Yeah.
Okay.
How we'll like
Yeah.
categorize it.
Yeah.
We can like for the class 2 we'll be like NU 202 or NU 212.
Yeah. Perfect.
So I think we can do for the first one. What about NU 212? Since we have that moon coming up soon.
Oh yeah. We're in the injection test this week.
Yeah.
Not confident about that one.
I feel like I'm only not confident about that one because of like our lack of like going over it. Like in lab at least,
yeah.
like in holistic like health, they like, will run through it with us and be like, this is what we want to see. Whereas like injection tests out, they really like,
Here, have
just
an
do
hour.
it.
And, yeah.
practice it
Exactly.
on your own.
Yeah, they're like, practice
That's
it on your own. And I was like, okay, I'm doing the DART method, but it's like, am I doing this right?
Yeah.
Am I hammering the
Am I
patient?
doing it right? Like,
Is this correct? I
my
don't-
real questions are with like, how do you drop the medication? Like, what if I do that wrong?
Mhm.
What
Do
if
you
I
have
show up
to
and I do it the wrong way?
DA analysis while you're doing that?
Oh yeah.
I've like been worried about that. I'm like, are they gonna like tell me a dose thing and I'm not, and,
And
it's
then
not
I
even
have to
public, and I have to
calculate
calculate it like
Oh,
on the
shit,
spot.
I didn't think about that.
I'm like,
If they do it there,
I didn't think we have to do that, but I did read like, cause I was wondering about like our med list, and I think there was something about it in one of the emails that was sent out,
I think that the med list,
where it was like,
there was someone gave it in the group me. So there was 3 meds that you could get. Morphine, I think insulin was one, and I think
Yeah.
tuberculosis was
yeah,
one.
I think it's
Mm.
we're doing insulin, TB test, and then morphine.
So do we draw that up, or is it drawn up
well,
already?
that's the thing is I think we have to draw it up.
Okay.
So we just have to, but you just have to clean it for 30 seconds.
Right.
Let's it, draw it up, flick the air bubbles out.
Mhm.
But the thing that I don't know is because they're like, no, you will fail the test out if you recap the needle. And it's like, okay, but then.
wait,
are we, like-
really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and if you put the
so
needle
someone
down,
said, I don't remember, I think Casey said, like, you have to, like, clean the patient. But I'm like, I feel like
don't
if
you do
you
that first?
clean the patient, like, before, you, like, I don't understand the order that we're supposed to do it
I
in.
think you clean the patient
That's really good
first.
to know. I'm
Yeah.
like now terrified of this test out because
Yeah, it's so-
we've been like recapping. It's just like
Mhm.
it's habit at this point.
I think you're supposed to like clean the area first and then draw up the medication and then
Yeah.
give the shot and then put the needle away and then go back to the patient.
I think because that makes sense because you
Because
have
that
to wait
makes
for the
sense.
alcohol to dry because that's part of
Right.
its
They
antibiotic.
tell you that.
Or, like,
So that's why I guess I thought it was that way, but
yeah, I would really like some more guidance
would
on
like
this.
some
It
more-
would be really nice if we had
yeah,
some more
it'd be
guidance
really nice
on
to
this.
know, you know.
Instead of it being like, hey, so if you mess one thing up, you're gonna fail it.
You're after
Although also, you're setting on your own.
Well, and
Good
they,
luck.
I feel like they haven't talked to us about, like, okay, if we're cleaning the patient, then drawing up the medication and administering it. But if we have to do, like, 2 other injections, are they, like, do we have to change our gloves and then, like, redo the process?
Oh, I
like,
thought
from
they were
scratch,
just giving
or,
us
like,
one of the 3.
No, we're doing.
Oh, we're doing all 3?
No, we're only doing 2.
Oh.
We're only doing 2.
It's only 2. Yeah, the injection test us is only 2 injections.
I feel like it's gonna be for sure the TB.
Yeah.
so
For
it
sure
can
it
be
is.
a-
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
do
it's
the bleb.
okay. So it's either it's for sure TB, and then it's going to either be the morphine or the insulin.
I think so.
Okay, and then like, what do we need to know about the medications?
I don't
Well,
know.
Audrey said, because she's my clinic instructor, she said that they will have like one of the drug books there,
Mhm.
so like we can look it up. But I think that's like just for like when we're going over the like rights of education, like education, I guess, and like if they want to know, but I don't know if they're gonna like ask us specific questions and like pretend they're the patient and be like, oh, what are the side effects of this?
Do we also have to know all 11 rights? I think she said that we did. We
Yeah,
did double.
I heard it was all 11.
That's what I heard too.
Just out like rubric said you have to know all 11, and then
I,
you have to know like like I don't think you have to know like all of the adverse reactions, but like
You have to know what
most
the
severe
drugs
and most
do.
common.
yeah,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
the most
Okay.
common, like you'll be able to look it up and you just like have to name like the most
Okay.
common. Like we are doing fine, like there's lots of vomiting and
Yeah.
nausea with azithromycin. You just like need to know that. Lots of stuff.
Yeah, it's so like vague and so little direction,
Yeah,
and they're like,
I feel like
it needs to be perfect.
I feel like I'm not ready at all for that. But,
Oh yeah, no.
You know.
It's like I'm gonna try,
I'll
but
do
I
my
feel
best.
like I'm going to do something wrong.
I'll go back and watch the videos they gave us on them. But,
Going back to this project.
oh yeah, sorry.
For the change that we're gonna make, are we gonna try to increase the study time by, did we say 30 minutes, or do we want to do an
I'd say
hour?
like 30 minutes to an hour.
Yeah,
I
30
give like
minutes
a
to an hour.
flexibility there.
Just per day or per week.
Per
Per
week,
week.
since we're
Okay.
monitoring week. Because we're already coming in at like
Yeah.
and a set amount that each of us have
Yeah.
like studied
Mhm.
for these test outs.
So then for the part that says define the process currently in place, like should I put for like each of us?
I mean, the process that's currently in place is just going to be us charting down. So, like for us individually, we'll be like charting down how many hours we have, like we study per day, and then adding that up and then putting that in per week for our specific test out. It's like,
Are you talking though about like where we're already at now before?
Yeah, that's what well, I don't know if that's what it's asking, if like how we're gonna.
I think it's asking about like how we're planning this, because we're gonna get feedback on the assignment. So I think she's asking for like
Whatever.
how specifically we're going to do this.
Yeah, like what we plan to do.
Yeah, so it's gonna have to do with the Google Sheet. So that would be specifically like each member is going, or each member will individually record their weekly hours studied for each test out, and then record that in the Google Sheet.
I think that's what she's asking, yeah.
Yeah, and then also each member will record their confidence level the day of our test outs.
Yeah.
Day
Yeah.
over, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think day up would be good. Yeah, if we do it the day before, you never know, like how, like an, even like
Right.
a couple, like an extra hour that night could change like your confidence level. And you
The
don't,
day up is the best option.
yeah. Day after is no bueno.
Yeah. it's
Not even applicable at that point.
Yeah, because like right before, you're like in a solid level of confidence or non-confidence, you know, whatever you are. But like the night before, you could range. I know I ranged the night before. Like today for my farm test tomorrow. No clue. no idea.
No idea.
My confidence is like a 4.
I would say
would
4,
like
2,
to be like an 8 right now.
3 to 4 is my confidence level.
During my first test out, like I was so confident walking in, but the second that clock clicked, my mind just went blank, and I was like, I hope I know what I'm doing.
I think I blacked out for mine. I'm not gonna lie. I like don't even remember.
Yeah, I don't. I thought I
And
failed
then
it.
Me
Julie
too.
was like, did you wash your hands? And I was like, I forgot everything. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna fail.
It's never gonna. Oh.
I was going like, when she was giving her feedback, I was like, oh my goodness, I didn't do my safety check, I didn't do this, I didn't do that, and then it's like, oh no, I got checks on all of them. I don't remember doing that. I do not remember doing any of that, or saying any of that, but alright.
That's where I was at too.
And then they're like, you get like, if there's some time remaining, you can like take some time and think about it and go back. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but
I don't freaking know.
I'm not gonna remember. If I didn't remember in the first place,
I'm
I'm not remembering
remembering.
now.
It's not coming to me. What else?
So we answered questions 1 and 2. Are you working? You're working on question 3 right now.
Yeah. Do you have access to? I can share this with everyone, and we can just work on the same one for when we have to upload part 2 anyway,
That's
It
just so
works.
people can see it.
Yeah, I was just looking at the PDF though. But that would be good.
Early night tonight for me.
Smart.
I've gotten a total of 8 hours of sleep over the past 2 days. Like Saturday, I was like 4 hours of sleep. I stayed up till like 2 studying, 4 hours of sleep, and then Sunday I woke up 4 hours of sleep, and I was like, this is good.
I've been studying
Okay.
since like Wednesday.
What are your guys' emails?
So many families at NLD yesterday.
Yours is
Again, off topic.
Yeah.
NLD yesterday.
A-R.
The dynamo.
Oh, wow.
At Julian.
That is weird.
Got
I
you.
thought a family.
I don't know. That's why I asked. I was working yesterday, so
You work at the diner.
you know, I work at the concessions in the dome slash variants. There was ice skating yesterday.
Oh,
It
fun.
was pretty fun. The little girls are so cute.
Okay, I got it.
Okay. I'm like halfway through question 1. Or not halfway through question 1.
Question 3.
Great, on question 3. Okay.
Perfect.
Feel free to add whatever you want. Or you would like. I don't know how like
No matter.
formal and specific they really want it. So
I'm sorry.
So like things for the identifying the opportunities for improvement that it is. I know like for variations that occur, like each of our group members have like different partners who have different schedules.
Mm.
So like obviously like we all can't study at the exact same time.
Mm.
And like some test outs I feel like need more practice than others depending on like how many words we have to memorize versus how many actions we have to memorize. And is that what I should go for there?
For
I
which
would.
one?
For the identify opportunities of improvement that exist.
Oh, for the ones for breakdown. Okay. Yeah.
So
Because it's variable.
Yeah,
For
I
sure.
think it hits on all of them. Like
Yeah, I think that hit on every
like
single
variations that occur, duplicate or unnecessary steps.
Because you're right, like the injection test out, for example, isn't going to be the same as like the general survey one that we did last time. Like,
yeah. It's different in the sense of like we don't have a lab partner.
yeah, we don't
It's
all have the same number.
contingent on the NTC hours for us
Right.
to be able to get in there to get
We
access.
don't all have the same lab slash clinic,
Mm-hmm.
so like, I mean that's good though. We're testing lots of things.
That's good. I mean, you guys have your injection test out this week with us, but
Yes.
is there any other time in the clinic where our test outs are different, like
I don't
holistic
think
ones?
so. I think test outs for clinic are all at the same time,
Okay.
but health assessment is the one that varies.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
I wasn't sure because it's like I knew that one, but then I was like, wait,
Yeah. Yeah. It's also kind of confusing.
other one very.
No, I think clinic is the same. I mean, obviously not on the same day, but like the same week
Mm-hmm.
or something. I think that's good.
Yeah, I think that hits everything.
That hits all the points, I think. Okay. Is this other one the question I have to answer?
Yeah, decide what would change in the process.
Confidence level.
Yeah, confidence hopefully.
There are better ways to do things. I think this is confidence level.
Confidence
'Cause
level
this is
and
decide what you will change in the process. I
time
think.
studying, obviously.
So,
Or is that not what it's asking?
Well, it says identify better ways to do the things that address the root causes of the problem. So it sounds more like identify what you will change.
So our root problem is what? Confidence?
Yeah.
Or confidence, I mean, in correlation to how many hours we studied.
Right.
Yeah.
So what?
Spend more time.
Spending more time?
Do more. Spend more
That's
time
what I'm
studying.
thinking, like what?
pull time out of gas
Like, I'm already pulling time out of my ass to study here.
Study 25 hours in a 24 day.
I mean, what else do you want from us? Review best.
Better ways to do things that address the root causes of the problem.
Well, I mean, the root cause of a confidence problem would be practicing
Yeah.
for said confidence problem. Or
Maybe we
To
could say
approve that.
spreading out the practice time, like
Yeah.
not just
okay,
practicing
not
the night
cramming.
before. Yeah.
Okay, no cramming. That's good.
Yeah, I like that. So just spreading it out along more days.
That is a very good point.
That is a really good point.
I mean, you could get 8 hours of studying the day before or the
Right.
night, but it's like,
But is that really the same?
yeah,
And we all know it's not obviously not.
I wish.
No,
I
really.
wish.
I wish cramming worked, but it doesn't. I mean, for some people, I guess cramming works.
It works for me sometimes.
It works depending on like what you're cramming. Like
Yeah, if it's
for
like
a test out, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
But like,
the drugs for farm,
yeah, I was gonna say farm, you probably could just cram a little bit.
like a 60% chance you can do that.
I mean, really, if you listen to her slides and stuff and like go back over them and then cram, you probably could do it. You
Yeah.
could probably swing it. You might not get like an A, but if you get like a B, you won't fail.
You can.
You could not fail.
If necessary. You can do it.
Or like health assessment. You could cram for health assessment.
Oh, for foundations?
For her quizzes.
I didn't study it.
I didn't
I
study
was
either.
like,
Sorry,
I don't
Casey.
know what to study, so I'm just not gonna study.
Yeah. I had no time.
Between everyone else. What other things could we do though, besides not cramming and spend more time outside of class?
I feel like if we
Um,
added anything else, I think another element we'd have to like.
That's
Right.
true.
So it's like also, I mean, we could like look at like, oh, how much sleep helps you like focus.
Right. That's another
Or
variable.
we could, I don't know if this would be like an extra variable, but like the time of day you do your studying in. Are you doing it late at night? Are you doing it running.
Well, also I was gonna ask, like, when we're counting up like how much time we spend practicing over the week, like, are we gonna include like just time you spend with your partner, like going over it, or are you gonna include like yourself just like being
Yeah.
through it, like?
I was gonna include everything.
I would include that. I would also include specifically for holistic, like the time we get in lab
Yeah.
Right.
to like
That's what I
practice
was
too.
gonna say.
So
So inside and outside class time. Okay.
Yeah,
I
that
think
was
that's-
specific because that's also the same for clinic because we get time in clinic to practice
Right.
these things too.
And that has to count towards it. Like, you can't really not.
It's still studying, yeah.
Right.
It's not like
Still
we're learning
practicing
new
for the
material.
test cell.
Yeah, it'd be different if we were learning new material like we do in Path and Farm.
Right.
or is that just something that we're gonna do?
What?
Like, should I take that out that we're including all
I feel like
practice
yes.
time?
I feel like she has to know that.
Yeah.
But where would you? What
Yeah,
question
where
would you
would
put that in? Probably in processes, maybe, or no? No, maybe.
I think you put in processes.
Yeah, processes,
Because that's like what data
it's like
you're
what
gonna
you're
record.
doing. Yeah, it's like
It's like what counts as like study time.
you could just put it as like an afterthought too, like a not an afterthought. Ugh, don't say it. No, let's turn it up.
On the introduction based on
Anything else?
Literature studies.
I just don't know what else to put for what you'll change. I feel like that's all we can. Like,
Maybe put when we say spend more time like outside of class since we are like
yeah,
I guess like doing inside of class too.
time out. Yeah, that makes more sense.
I think that's it.
I think that's it.
Because we're not doing like a super extensive like.
If this isn't an
changing
extensive
our
thing, yeah.
variables.
Spread
So
out practice
This is
time.
pretty like.
I do remember in one of our classes they stated that like setting specific times for like your studying, like instead of being like I'm gonna study X amount of hours a day, say like I'm gonna study from this time to this time. So like actually setting time and scheduling time.
Okay, yeah, we can add that for sure. Scheduled study time.
Yeah, it's like scheduling our study time instead of just saying that I'm gonna like study
I'm
3
gonna
hours a
study
day.
for this many hours, right?
you could say like scheduling time to study over just saying I'm gonna study that day.
Right. That's definitely a good way to put it. Because honestly, sometimes you get caught up in everything else.
Yeah.
There's like not enough time in the day sometimes.
But it's like it's different. Like you see, you're studying and you're doing other things, and it's like, oh, I have class. I need to go to class.
Right.
And it's the same thing with study. If I have to study or I have a meeting at this specific time, I'm gonna stop to go and do that.
Right.
So then, that's a very good point.
So that sentence makes sense.
Have to be specific.
I know.
It's sparkles.
Sparkles are the worst.
It really take a lot of critical thinking to make them.
No, literally. They're so wrong every time. At least for me, I don't know.
Measurable, attainable, relatable, time-worthy, or
Time something.
something with time. That's all I remember.
I low-key have to look up the definition for sparkles every time. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I feel like by the end of this degree, we're gonna know.
Oh yeah, you're gonna know it.
Especially.
You can say it when you're
Airplanes.
sleeping. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay. That looks good.
Do you wanna just fill in the point out real quick? Do you think that's the only other thing that like we didn't talk about that we can fill in? Anything else that
We could do like a rough kind of draft of it. Kind of thing.
I wish that this would be formatted differently.
Yeah, it is.
It's
That was pretty
so-
awfully. Do you want to do plan now, or do you want to wait for her to like say whatever she's gonna say? Because that might change it. So I guess maybe.
We could also like ask her in class tomorrow
That's
if she
true.
wants us to do the plan or if she wants us just to do the
Yeah.
3
No, that's
questions
also
to
true.
get the approval and then start it.
Because that's kind of what it seems like she wants us to do. But
She
I.
words it kind of funny though.
She
on
words
the
it
sheet,
funny,
'cause
yeah.
It says like after you get approval, like you will implement your plan. It's like, okay, do I already have my plan?
Right. Yeah.
So I think I think we can just double check with her on that.
Okay.
And then
Because technically it's not due till next Sunday, so
yeah, so we can
So we can meet up this week for sure. That's the point.
I think this would also be like the part where we'll say like Bella is going to be in charge of like typing things up and sending it out, and then if someone wants to do the sheets, they can, who else? And then since we're recording it on my phone, I could say like, I'm in charge of like uploading the video. Like, I think this will be the way that we put like our jobs as well. If no one wants to do the sheet, I'm totally good with doing it. I just wanted to give everyone else that option if they want to. I think at this point it's just we all just have to
We just
fill
have to fill it out by ourselves,
So
yeah.
it's already been created and gone.
Oh. Sorry. I didn't know what just happened. I was
yeah,
really
that's
confused.
so annoying.
It's
So are we
something
not
that
gonna turn this in until we figure that out?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just so that way we make sure we're
Just so we
doing it right.
do all of it, you know.
Because if not, then if she says no, then we can go ahead and turn it in tomorrow. Though.
Yeah.
And then we can still probably plan to meet
Right. At some point.
at some point. Maybe wait till she gives the feedback.
Yes.
'Cause if like
Because without it, how are we gonna
yeah,
make
she
our
doesn't-
plan?
Yeah, if she doesn't want us to do our plan.
Yeah.
Then yeah. So. Casey's really
Depends on Casey.
good. Yeah, Casey's really good at like feedback on assignments.
She
in
is
his
really
timely
good.
manner.
Yeah, she's pretty fast about it. So I'm sure we'll get that by,
Literally.
Wednesday
Yeah.
or something, at least, probably.
And like take care of it before
Yeah.
spring break if we wanted to.
For sure.
Even just like meeting before spring break to talk about like when we wanted to like start implementing and documenting.
We should definitely do that.
Yeah, because
for sure.
like I think the minute we get the feedback and she like tells us how we want it is the minute we start. doing
I
it.
think so,
we'll
yeah.
we should probably plan on doing that. Oh, I think we're good then.
Right.
Stop
Teamwork.
this.
We're all